What's up guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video, and in today's video, we're gonna be showing you guys how to install the burger tuning intake on your N55, 135, 335 E chassis. What I love about this intake setup is that it's super easy to install, but there is one little thing that goes back here that might confuse some people, but end of the day, very easy thing to install. So let me go ahead and show you guys how you install this into your N55. So obviously guys, first things first, pop open the engine bay. So now that we have the engine bay open, the first thing we want to do is just loosen up the screw right back here. You can either use a flathead or I believe like a 6mm socket. Either one of those should be able to loosen that, and then you can pull the intake out. But before we actually pull it out as well, we do need to loosen up this. You just pretty much pull on it just like that. Super easy. There should only be about 4, I believe, in total. So just like that, 1, 2, 3, 4. Take off the engine cover as well, just make things a lot easier. And yeah, let's just go ahead and loosen up that bolt. Now that it's loosened, we can pretty much just pry up on this and just pull it out. Just like that. Once we pulled it out, there's gonna be 2 screws back here that's holding the sensor onto the intake. 2 T25 bolts, take those 2 bolts out and pull out the sensor. And we also don't need this anymore, so we can go ahead and pull this out. Now that the 2 screws out, we just wiggle out the sensor and it should just come out just like that. And this whole piece should just come up. Alright guys, at this point we have the intake off. We want to assemble the intake. So the side that says burger tuning facing up should also be parallel to this, so they're both facing up. You can see them, you can read them, because this is how it's going to sit on the car. As for this piece right here, it comes with the kit and it just helps it pretty much latch onto the box. So I have it on there loosely, as you guys can see, and we'll tighten it once we get it in there. And I took out the 2 screws over here because we're going to be attaching the sensor and then pretty much just bolting those 2 screws back in. It comes with 2 screws, Phillips head. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and install this guy and then tighten this in the end. Should be very easy. I'll show you guys how it's done. So doing the reverse process, we're gonna go ahead and put in the sensor first, make sure it's seated in there, put in our 2 Phillips head that comes with the kit. And when screwing in things, guys, I recommend that you do not use any power tools when you screw it, because you could have the chance of honestly stripping, and that's just not worth it. Just go ahead and get your regular Phillips head screwdriver, tighten these bad boys in there. Once it starts feeling snug, you are good to go. So now that we have the sensor installed, we have our bracket facing outwards. We can go ahead and just feed it in. The intake, you want to push it in there, tighten that up. Again, it's either an 8mm or a flathead. The sensor is just pretty much chilling there. We went ahead and already reconnected that. And as for this bracket piece, as you guys can see, you want these 2 grooves to go into there. And once it's in there, you just tighten up that Phillips head and everything should sit perfectly. It's going to be sitting in the box. Let's just go ahead and do that real quick. So to insert the bracket into the plastic box, you pretty much want to angle it like this, feed it in there, and then bring it down. And it's pretty much going to be seated perfectly. You're going to feel it a lot more snug. Oh, actually, there's the clicking sound. So as you guys can see, now it's sitting perfectly, very snug. We're gonna go ahead and tighten up this bolt back here with a ratchet and a Phillips head. So now that you have that part super snug, we can go ahead and tighten this 8mm once again. And to make this look a lot better, just go ahead and put on the beauty cover. And just like that, guys, the install is now complete. Now, obviously, guys, like I said, you can go ahead and remove all those. And if you guys are wondering how to remove these clips so they don't just keep flapping around while you're driving, you literally just bring it outwards, push it down, bring it up, and then it just falls down just like that. If it doesn't come off easy, just push down on it a little bit once it's in the upward position. But yeah, pretty much how you do that. And then putting it back is a reverse process. Put it in there, facing upwards. Then you can just go ahead and put the air box back in and just clip it. But as for the intake, it is not going anywhere. It is looking absolutely stunning. So now that we have the intake installed, let's go ahead and give it a few revs and hear if there's a big difference between stock and with an intake. This car is completely stock, so whatever sounds that come out of here is strictly just from the intake. So as you guys heard from the burger tuning intake, it makes this amazing sound, especially on the N55s, N54s. If you want that amazing like air sound, you would have to go ahead and try to get a blow-off valve and a charge pipe. But as for the N55s, all you need is this intake and you get that sound, which is absolutely amazing on the E chassis and F chassis. Burger Tuning has this intake for the E and F, links down below. Without further ado, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button. If you guys have any questions, make sure to comment down below. Without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next one.